What's going on, everybody? This is Toy Addict 26 back again with another review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Hot Toys summer exclusive Captain America Star Spangled Man 1/6 scale action figure. The box design for this particular figure is made to resemble Captain America's USO costume with an oversized white star and the red, white, and blues. The back of the package features an oversized image of the figure itself along with a removable insert with a really cool promotional looking poster of Captain America in his USO costume. This new version of Captain America features several movie accurate accessories as seen here, along with a USO traditional Captain America costume. Cap also includes several interchangeable hands. He has this pointing hand, which he can also use for the gun. He has this relaxed hand. So he has three left hands, one closed in a fist, and these two. And then on the right hand, he has the relaxed hand. He has this semi-gripping hand. And another different type of gripping hand. These are for the shield, of course. Of course, he brings his shield, which is nice. It's very detailed. You got the leather-like straps at the back. Then he brings this really cool old school machine gun. It's very detailed. It's really cool. I mean, I'm not a military guy in any sort of way, so forgive me if I don't know the name of this gun, but it kind of resembles like the old school gangster Tommy guns. Only, of course, this is military issue. It's a really cool weapon for that, for that time period. And I think Hot Toys did a really good job with this. The only thing that it has working mechanism here is this little lever that you can pull it back and forth. Then you've got the pistol. Again, a nice detailed pistol. This doesn't really have any working parts, no removable clip or anything like that, but cool nonetheless. And then he has this belt with the holster for his pistol. Real nice leather-like holster. It says US on it. And then he has this this other holster. I'm not sure. I think this is a throwing grenade, but wasn't able to open this, and I don't want to damage it. I don't think this is meant to be open, but it's cool. It's like a throwing grenade that he has in there, and this goes around the waist. Here he's got another little small pouch. I can see it came off the little hook there. Then he's got bullets that you can wrap around his shoulders for his machine gun. And he has this leather-like strap. And that's about what you get with this Star Spangled Man Captain America figure. So let's take a look at some of the accessories, see how he holds the shield, put the belt on him, and all that good stuff. All right, so let's take a look at the figure up close and personal. I gotta tell you, this is definitely one of my least favorite costumes from the Captain America film. Not just because of the fact of how it looks, it's just this is supposed to be the closest resemblance to the comic book appearance of Captain America, and it's nowhere close. It looks like he's wearing pajamas. So I really, really dislike this costume. But nonetheless, I wanted to review it for you guys, and it's a summer exclusive, so it's very limited. For those of you Captain America purists, this is definitely a must-have. The head sculpt is okay. I guess it looks a little bit like Chris Evans, wearing like a blue Zorro mask and a pajama head mask. The little wings are nice. They're sculpted in, and they stick out of the mask there. You've got the embroidered A on the top of the mask. Just looks nice. But I really don't like this separation here. It's like this is a face mask from like a masquerade ball, and then this is kind of like a separate piece You can almost tell, pretty much you could tell here the texture. Get a little close up there. The texture on the face mask, the lines are going downwards, while on the mask, the stripes are going sideways. So it's definitely a separate piece altogether. And then you got the cowl, which is stitched together. You got the stitching on the top part here, on the sides. So it's very amateurish. It doesn't look comic book style at all, anything close to the Captain America that we all have learned to love through the years. Also, one thing to mention is that the headpiece, unlike other Hot Toys pieces, this headpiece is a solid piece. This is made to look like it's fabric, but it's not. It's a hard plastic, it's sculpted, and that also looks a little bit awkward because the costume on Captain America is made of fabric, while this is sculpted. So you could definitely tell the difference in the pattern and the shade. You can see the fabric is a darker blue, while the sculpted head is like a lighter blue. And then the head is very strange because you got the cowl goes all the way down to the collarbone, so you really don't get a lot of articulation. If you kind of want to angle the head, you get this separation of the cowl and the shoulders there, which looks really awkward, doesn't look good. So not a lot of head movement that you could do here. It's very restrained because of the sculpted neck piece. Let's go into the body here. The body is very gaunt and very unmuscular. For a Captain America, and this is after he takes the super soldier serum, this is not Captain America. This is just like some skinny dude in spandex. There's no chest whatsoever. There's no abdominal muscles. But then on top of that, this is like, it's like a pillow in here. There's like cotton under this. So it's like a padding, and it just feels really weird, to have like this cushioning under the abdominal part. Instead of them sculpting muscles here in the stomach, you got this pillowy feel. Just really awkward. I'm really not sure what Hot Toys was thinking when they did this. And the arms, you got some slight musculature, very slight in the biceps here. See the small curve. But then this looks really weird here, this joint. Since of the spandex, it looks like if he has like a little gap in the muscle there. This is actually like the joint, of course, for the elbows. But yeah, basically no muscles whatsoever, no shoulders. This just looks like a weakling wearing, spandex pajamas. And pretty much everything else, you got the sculpted gloves, which are nice and detailed. They're like leather-like red gloves. You got the belt. The pants are all made of spandex, and then you got these really dorky-looking boy shorts, like short shorts, which look horrendous. I'm not really sure why they did the shorts, why they decided to go that route in the film. But I mean, this is an interpretation of, basically what I call the clown suit from the film. I mean, I know they wanted to, pay homage to the classic comic book suit, but it comes to show how sometimes what works in comics doesn't necessarily work in celluloid. So, this stands as a testament. For those of you who are, Captain America purists and really want to have every single costume he wore in the film, well, then you might want to go ahead and pick this up. But for me, I'd prefer the Avengers costume any day, and even the regular costume from First Avenger, which was very nice. Here I'm going to go into the legs. The cool thing about the legs, it's a spandex material, so you could still get plenty of flexibility, unlike some other superhero costumes that Hot Toys has done, where the stitching and the fabric is very tight and it doesn't allow you to do some more hyper posing, some more dynamic posing. Of course, this guy, I can't picture putting him in any dynamic poses with this kind of outfit that he's wearing. But anyways, the sculpted boots are really nice. This would work really well if they ever got around to making like a comic book version of Captain America really cool, with an awesome head sculpt and muscular body. These boots are awesome. I mean, they're very comic accurate, just like they should be in the comics. Very detailed. You got the dry brushing. They look worn. You got the leather-like stitching here on the bottom of the soles. You got the brown on the heel. So really nice on the boots and the gloves. That's probably like the best part of the figure. So articulation wise, let's see. Um, because of this weird pillowy thing that they did in the abdominals, you can't really twist the waist at all. So there's total bummer there. He does slightly arch back and forward, but when you do this, because of that pillow thing, the cushioning, it just looks really weird. So I don't recommend. I recommend just leaving him standing stiff. Arms, you got the ball socket, shoulder articulation, really weird kind of movement where you could go back and forth on the shoulder, but you can't really bring it up too high. And the elbows are fine. You got double joints at the elbows, twist at the forearm there, and then you've got like ball socket and hinged wrists. Again, the head very limited. The majority of the articulation on this guy is at the legs. So if you want to do some, him like running and stuff with the shield, you could pull that off easily because of the spandex pants. So let's take a look at the accessories that this guy brings. I pretty much assembled it. I put the bullet strap over the shoulders. I got the belt here with the holster and the throwing grenade. This does look awkward because, obviously the costume is all red, white, and blue, and then you got all these military colored, um, the belt and the bullets and all that. So it does look a little bit off. One thing to point out is the hand. You can see here, this was the best I was able to achieve as far as, getting the finger and the trigger there. It goes in, but as you can see, the gun is at an angle that is awkward. So um, he doesn't really hold the machine gun very well. And I'm sure the same goes for the pistol. Now, the one big issue that I have with this figure is it seems like it has some kind of padding here. So I don't know why, but you just can't raise the arm higher than this angle. So there's really not much action poses that you can pull off with this guy. I mean, bend the you could bend the elbow, but you see like it just doesn't look right. The way he's holding the gun, it doesn't look natural. It just looks, very out of place. So yeah, not too happy with the articulation. It's really kind of upsetting. To be honest with you, in all the years that I've reviewed Hot Toys figures, this is probably, I think, ranks at the lowest of all the Hot Toys releases I've ever had. Unfortunately, I'm sure you Captain America fans don't want to hear this, but I'm just being honest. Just going back to the hand that holds the shield here, you know, similar to the other Captain America figures, basically what you do is you remove the hand from the peg at the wrist, you slide the shield through onto the forearm here, and then you place this hand gripping the leather strap and then pop it back into the peg. So this works pretty well. But again, one of the big problems is the arm articulation. I mean, you can't really put the shield up to his face. You can't do like dynamic poses. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, I guess it's because the fact that this costume was made for show and to promote the military, um, during World War II. They didn't really focus or ever intend for this costume to be used um, in the battle zone. So I guess maybe that's why the dynamics of the figure just are not there. But anyways, pretty much like just wanted to give you guys, a real quick look at, how the figure looks once you put all the accessories on it and everything. So that's pretty much it, guys. There you have it. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not really that much excited about this figure, but then again, I'm just being honest. Nonetheless, This is an absolute must-have for Marvel fans and Captain America purists. If you want to have every single costume that was in the first Captain America film, then you're definitely going to want to pick this guy up. And that about wraps it up for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the toy outs.